Scientists and regulators are raising questions about Russia's Sputnik V vaccine. While the vaccine is already being used in multiple countries around the world, such as Argentina, Turkey, and Serbia, it has still yet to win EU regulatory approval. Last month, Brazil rejected the vaccine over quality, safety, and efficacy concerns. Carlo Martuscelli has been following the story and is here to discuss it. He covers healthcare for Politico in Europe. Thanks for joining us, Carlo. I remember when Russia, announced that they had a vaccine. It was very early on in the pandemic, and at least here, there were a few stories done on it, but then very quickly, I think, in the U.S., we sort of turned away from it because there was very little information. It was clear it hadn't gone through sort of the usual trials, and it almost appeared as if they were using their own healthcare people as sort of the trials, to do the trials on this vaccine. So little did I know that other countries were, using it. So give us the latest on this Sputnik vaccine use. Where is it currently being used?
Sure. Well, as you mentioned, the vaccine is actually being used and has been approved by a number of different countries, really all over the world. So speaking about Europe, we have Hungary, Serbia, Belarus are all using the vaccine, but also in countries like South America. So Argentina has approved it. In the Middle East, the UAE, India also has approved it. So it's really being used all around the globe at the minute.
So, but it has not been approved for use in Europe. Where do things stand with Europe's drug regulating agency or regulatory agency?
Yeah, sure. So you're right. It hasn't been approved by the EMA, which is Europe's drug regulatory agency. Right now, the EMA is in the process of assessing the vaccine. So the Sputnik team has put in a marketing authorization application, but we don't really have any clarity on how long the EMA will take to decide whether or not to approve it. I spoke to the EMA's former boss, Guido Rossi, and he told us that in his opinion, it's gonna take a while, whether, regardless of what decision they come to, it's still gonna be a little longer. So I wouldn't be expecting a decision in the short term.
Okay, so let's just take a look at how the vaccine has been doing, because obviously there are some countries that have embraced it, but it's been sort of sputtering. The Sputnik has been sputtering along in other countries. When did things first start to take a negative turn for the vaccine? And what are countries that have either rejected it or have decided to hold off on approving it? What are they saying the concerns are?
Yeah, so you're exactly right. We have 3 regulators so far who have expressed a negative opinion on the vaccine. So first in April, we had Slovakia's medicines regulator give a negative assessment. They said that batches of the vaccine used in preclinical tests and clinical studies don't have the same characteristics and properties as batches of the vaccine that were imported to Slovakia. And they said that due to missing data, they couldn't draw a conclusion on the benefit-risk ratio of the vaccine. Now, it's important to say that the government in Slovakia has decided to go ahead with distributing Sputnik anyways, because they went to experts in Hungary to examine it, and their health minister said they'd probably start distributing it in June. So that's Slovakia. Then we have the Czech Republic. Their drug regulator said in April that they also hadn't received enough data to make a decision. And most recently, we had the Brazilian regulatory authority called Anvisa, and they rejected the vaccine on grounds of quality issues and because their inspectors were barred from entering certain facilities. And Guido Rossi, who again is the EMA's former boss, he said that we should take the Brazilian regulators seriously because they're very, very well prepared, and they've been working to implement the same standards that we have in the US with the FDA and also in Europe with the EMA.
So clearly, sort of a lack of data is an issue for some. When it comes to the actual data that has been provided, how do scientists feel about that? Are they raising questions about the clinical trial results?
Sure. So just to back up a little, in February, the scientists at the Gamaleya Institute, which is the Russian state scientific institute that did the research for the vaccine, published in the Lancet Medical Journal clinical trial results that showed the vaccine had efficacy of over 90%. So that puts it in line with vaccines developed in the West, like BioNTech, Pfizer, or Moderna. However, in April, a group of scientists from all around the world published a letter in the British Medical Journal where they laid out some of their concerns with the data. And really their concerns centered on one issue, which is they said that in certain parts of the data published in the Lancet, the data looked too uniform. So Florian Naudet, who is a professor of therapeutics at the University of Rennes in France, and one of the scientists that signed that letter, told me that it was really one table in the Lancet article that looked just too regular, with the results really falling over and over again in the 90 to 92% range, when really you would expect them to fall, anywhere between 70 to the high 90s. So that was kind of what the concerns centered on.
Oh, that's really interesting. Carlo Martuscelli, we have to let you go. Thank you very much.
Thank you.